Have you ever thought about filing bankruptcy but weren't sure about the difference between Chapter 7 and Chapter 13? Well, I'm going to explain some of the differences and how to determine which chapter is right for you. I'm Valerie Long, and we've been rescuing people with overwhelming debt since 1994. One of the biggest questions once you've decided to take that step of filing bankruptcy is, which chapter do I file? First, let's talk about what Chapter 13 is. Chapter 13 is a type of bankruptcy for clients that have some kind of income, and it allows them to reorganize and pay some or all of their debts over a period of time, usually 3 to 5 years. The main benefits of filing Chapter 13 are, it usually doesn't cost that much to file, usually just the court cost, and it stops foreclosure on your home, repossession of cars, and garnishments. We can restructure your debts into a payment plan that is more affordable. At the conclusion of your Chapter 13, you gain the title to your car and the balance of your unsecured debts are discharged. If you have a house and mortgage, you continue paying that debt pursuant to the terms of your mortgage. Chapter 13 falls off your credit report in 7 years as opposed to 10 with a Chapter 7. See, bankruptcy doesn't mean losing your assets and totally ruining your credit. So, what are some of the cons or downsides of filing Chapter 13? When filing Chapter 13, your credit score takes a dip, but it rebounds usually within the first few months. You are in a Chapter 13 for 3 to 5 years, and during this time, you are not permitted to borrow money. Remember, we're here to get rid of the debt you already have, not incur more debt. If something comes up and you must buy a replacement car, we have a procedure in place with the trustee to allow that purchase. It is possible to purchase a home while you're in Chapter 13. We just have to jump through a few more hoops to make that happen. If you don't make your monthly payment to the Chapter 13 trustee, your case will fail and your creditors will come after you again. Now, let's talk about Chapter 7. Chapter 7 is what we call straight bankruptcy, where we discharge all debts that are dischargeable and keep payments such as mortgages and car payments. The main benefit I see in Chapter 7 is that it's fast. Your discharge is usually granted in 4 to 5 months. Your unsecured debts, such as credit cards, personal loans, medical debts, and such, are wiped out and discharged. The creditors cannot pursue collection on these debts once you file and receive that discharge. You keep all your exempt assets in Chapter 7. We go over an exhaustive questionnaire when we meet, and if there's any doubt that your assets aren't exempt or protected, we'll take another route. The cons or downside to Chapter 7 are, your credit report will take a hit when we file Chapter 7. There's no loss of property when we file Chapter 7, even though you hear that a lot on the internet. Another downside is that you can't file another Chapter 7 for 8 years. When you are filing Chapter 7, you must be current on your house and car payments if you are keeping those items. If you are struggling with debt, we believe the pros outweigh the cons by filing bankruptcy. If you aren't able to manage your debt, bankruptcy allows you to push the reset button and get a fresh start. In a nutshell, Chapter 7, or straight bankruptcy, is fast and easy, and it keeps and maintains your house payment and car payments as they are. Chapter 13, on the other hand, can sometimes decrease car payments or help you catch up past due house payments in a 3 to 5 year plan. There is a way out of the overwhelming debt trap so many people are caught in. Bankruptcy can be scary, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of some folks that know the process pretty well, we can alleviate some of your anxiety and get you back to living your life debt-free.